Go. Coming down the elbow. There it goes. Good. There it goes. Good. Now we're coming right down the hand. Let's try to get some reanimation into this hand here. Oh. Now you see how it's exposing the trauma, how locked up it is right now? That's because we have to clear. There you go. Willingly opening. That's good. There's a nerve we're opening right here that's going right through the ring finger. Moved. One right through the thumb. That's good. Now coming through. This thumb's going to get some dexterity, some individuality back to it, because I can see where, yeah, you see some calcification right here. Coming out. Now, the nerves line on the 4 quadrants of the fingers, so here we go. I know, right? He's helping. This is my assistant right here. He also may harass you for food. And drop it again, let it fall dead weight. Okay, this is gonna be a big one. Boom, boom, good, there it goes. Ooh, good, okay, good. Coming down. There it goes. One more here. And right through the pointer finger. There it goes. Good. Okay. All right, now coming the backside. This is gonna be radial ulnar nerve. Here it is, almost there. There it goes. We got it. First time, like I said, lots of shock and awe. This work gets more integrative, where you kind of can sit here and just breathe through it mechanically. It becomes actually enjoyable, believe it or not. Wrist. Yeah, that's another 2. Now, a couple bones out in the wrist here. Let's see. There's one. Felt that one go. All right, here we go. One more. Now we've gone across, and we're gonna go along. Here we go. Fairly quick. There it goes. Good. And down we go. Good. And now we're gonna go lengthwise. Here we go. Down. Excellent. We're just creating. What are we doing? We're creating width and length in your muscles. Here we go. Coming out. Let's open this hand. This hand hasn't been opened in some time, so I'm gonna open that, and then I'm gonna let your internal healer, your internal physician, kick in and do what it's supposed to do. Okay. Now, here we go. Ready? Coming through the fingers. Here we go. Good. You got this. Good. And they're open. There they go. Let that settle. Relax. Okay. So, vagus nerve, baby. Here we go. It's gonna go right down the arm. There it goes. Try to drop that shoulder. Drop. Good. And drop. There it goes. Good. I know these are really rough. And drop. And that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be totally counterintuitive. Your body's gonna try to stop me because it wants to keep this trauma in you, ironically. It's attached and identified to it. Drop that shoulder. There it goes. Yeah. And drop it all the way. All the way. You got it. There it goes. One more. All the way. Good. Okay, now let's let that rainbow wheel spin for a second. Okay. Let it. I know. Start playing right away. You're gonna want to start playing and seeing how that feels, but just let it settle for just for a second. Give yourself a second, and then start kind of experiencing. How about you?
I still feel the energy and the shock in the hands, the fingertips.
Try both of them. See, because this is where your atrophy lies. These are all like rubber bands, and they all knot and warp together. There it goes. So now play with that again. Just try that finger even. Yeah, look, it's straight now. Here it goes. Yes. Okay. Yes. I'm just seeing that you have more presence in that even. Yeah, even if it sticks, that's more than I could see you do. Yesterday, I was watching, because this is just what I do, is I help people that, and so kind of like if somebody came to your house and did floors, and they'd look at your floors, they couldn't help it.
They know what's up.
So, I saw yesterday, and again, that's why I told them, Spirit was like, if they come back today, you have to present to both of them.
Thank you.
What this is, and the potential and opportunity for you to go through the journey to find really ultimately freedom, because you're not chemically free. You're past everything, a car accident, of being picked on when you're 6 years old, the trauma of our birth. It's in our chemistry. It's in our chemistry. It's in our cells. It's in our skin. Cerebral fluid is even in your skin. And so we are not authentically ourselves because we are homogenized versions of what we think a man is supposed to be as an American male. There's a programmed imprint for an Australian male. Whatever grid you were raised in, there's a program, a homogenized mentality. And a lot of that homogenized mentality lacks any truth to what this thing is and what it can truly do. And so you stay stuck in the limitations through the chemical enslavement to not just your past and your history, but the reality we've been programmed into being real and how it is. And the earth is this way, and it spins around the sun. And again, one of my biggest examples that the heliocentric model is only 300 years plus old. It was introduced 300 years ago. Prior to that, all ancient cultures, civilizations with far more advanced technology we've been charting stars off of, were coming from a geocentric model. But we've just accepted that because 300 years ago, 3 different proven, documented elitists, scientists said this is how it is, and then it was accepted. And that's how a lot of components are that you don't even know. So as we start draining the chemistry from your body, it's draining that illusion. And what's interesting is it's not like taking ayahuasca. After we do this work and we change the chemical constitute of your ocean, which you're a water vessel and you're full of contaminated memory waters, we drain that into the bloodstream, then your perception of yourself and reality starts changing. But it's not right away, it's in the weeks that follow, it's in the days, even the first week after the series that follows. You just start seeing yourself and society and your relationships and your family with a clearer, more authentic filter, because there's less in you.
How empowering is that, William?
And that's a profound spiritual thing when you're ready to skyrocket. But even for somebody just structurally, in terms of they've been damaged in some way, we've given it a minute. Play with it now. It has stages to it. I'm just curious. I mean, it looks like you're just more comfortable with it right now, is what I'm seeing the most. They lock. Yeah. That will go away if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You just have to understand that this tissue is brilliantly resilient. It's way behind in how much service it needs in its clearing. Does that make sense? And so, but what's cool about this work is, as you can see from what you're feeling, it produces results. It works very dramatically, which is why I believe it was designed divinely for us, constantly recording memory all the time. Even if you got a massage for 1 hour a day, every day of the week, it would still be 1 hour of release to 23 hours of physical and emotional accumulating of data, consciousness, recording, chemical memory. So our ratio for being free to what we're accumulating in a very fear-based and traumatic, intense world right now is not really in our favor. So a more dramatic and intense approach to release, to physically releasing yourself, is going to prove more ground towards freedom, because a massage ain't gonna do it. A massage is something I get after I do a series like this as a reward to myself.
Right.
After I dove deep and dug in and cleared some layers of stuff. And make no mistake, epithelial tissue, organ tissue carries memory too. There's an abdominal sequence that we do, a 4-directional abdominal sequence for women. There's this abdominal 4-directional womb sequence. It is profound in what it really profound, magical. Body, mind, consciousness.
Getting the energy to flow over the other side.
Go. Okay, here's my testimonial.
Okay.
Once again, I have crashed into something, fortunately. I've crashed into something that is more mysterious than my own behavior. And I met Mr. Micah Sky at the airport in Hawaii. And, one look at me would make someone like Micah say, you could use a little work. I know that feeling because I do it to people myself. But no one, you can't quite do it to yourself. So anyway, he convinced me, and I was an easy one to convince that he could help me sort of move a little better, walk a little better, and maybe, certainly that would affect the way I talk and think. So I had kind of a gimpy knee. I had a torn meniscus. I had a surgery on it. It's never healed quite right. I've never gotten it quite rehabbed. So I've come up here into the wilderness of Hawaii, if there is such a thing, and I've had a lot. Micah just did a lot of things to my leg that you would ordinarily punch someone for. And I allowed it. And I remember reading something recently. It said, if you believe something is going to happen, a whole different thing can occur. So, as much as I wanted it to improve my health and my well-being, I believed it was going to happen, and I think it has happened. I'm standing differently. My weight is even on my feet. I'm probably really dangerous. I probably know some sort of martial art that I didn't. That's how I feel. I'm probably very dangerous. And look out, here's a pregnant woman. Be careful. Because, all right. Watch out. There could be lemurs or anything else up there in the trees here. It's all clear. You can go through. It's all clear.
Well, I'm grateful to you.
I very much
Thanks for
appreciate
helping
it.
us catch out plane ride.
Well, that was real simple.
Yeah.
Real simple.
I didn't think it was going to happen, honestly, so
Really?
you saved the day.
Yeah, you really
Thank
did. Seriously, thank you for being a part of this release process.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank
we're
you
just
very
getting
much.
started. I want you to know this is just the beginning.
All right.
And just it's impressive we can do this with a little bit, but when we go through the whole system, I'm really excited, and it's an honor to be able to.
Yeah, it's nothing like your whole body.
Yeah.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like it. How long are you here for? You guys are only here for a couple of days. I know. Jeez.
You want him in your whole body.
Oh my
Is
God.
that going to happen? You think that could happen for me?
That's her testimony.
This is what could happen to you.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can have your
I got my fingers crossed. I didn't think I wanted any more, but I guess
You know what? He's inspired.
if I delivered it myself, I think that would change everything.
That's good.
I'm sure that would change everything.
Big time. Yeah.